Hey everybody, Vikesrule here with another deck guide and gameplay video. Today's video is about Mono Shruima. So I've got the deck code down in the description if you like to play the deck yourself, and if you're just here for some gameplay footage, you can head on over to the game number 1 timestamp. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the deck, what's included in it, kind of how you play it, and kind of what the game plan is, and then we'll also talk a little bit about the mulligan phase. Alright, so Mono Shruima, there's several different versions of the deck that have kind of been out there around, various combos of champs, various units and followers and spells that you play. And I think this one is actually the strongest one. So this version runs Azir and Xerath as your two champions, so just three of both of those. There's definitely a couple versions out there that run like a split of like 2-2-2 with different champs, but I think this is the strongest pairing of champs and kind of makes for the best overall deck. And so kind of the game plan is to use your early units and early landmarks to kind of control the board a little bit, kind of trade well with your opponent and kind of start stacking up not only landmarks for Xerath, but also units summoned for Azir. You're really hoping to get your Buried Sun Disc flipped and leveled up so you can get your level 3 champions at some point. It's not essential to get the Buried Sun Disc leveled up. You still can win without that, but it definitely helps and gives you a really big power spike once you're able to do that. Of course, there is some landmark removal, so it's not always a guarantee, but I think this deck can do a pretty good job, even without the Buried Sun Disc, of putting pressure on your opponent and kind of controlling the board. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the champions, and then we'll go into the units, and then the spells and landmarks as well. So we run 3 of Azir, 3 of Xerath. So Azir is a 3-mana 1/5 with level ability. You need to summon at least 13 or more allies. And then he also has an effect that when allies attack, you summon an attacking Sand Soldier. So Azir's kind of one of those champions that's, especially for this deck, you don't really want to put him on the board early. You kind of want to let him sit back and kind of wait until he's either near level up or already leveled up before you place him on the board. A lot of times he just kind of sits in the back row. You don't really want to risk him in combat. So he's really not a good champion for early game. And Xerath is a 4-mana 3/4, and so his level conditions, you need to destroy at least 4 or more landmarks this game. Allied landmarks, that is. And then he also has a nice ability that when an allied landmark is destroyed, deal 1 to the weakest enemy. So he's kind of good for kind of the mid-game. You really don't want him too early, but he's pretty good for the mid-game with all these landmarks that we have to kind of help control the board a little bit. The deal 1 to the weakest enemy is really nice for aggro decks or decks with small chump blockers. And then his level 2 form is still pretty good as well, where he deals 3 damage to the weakest enemy once he's leveled up. And so you're kind of just looking to, play Xerath typically once he's leveled up or right about to level up as well. He's usually a little bit earlier than Azir, just because his landmark or his level up condition is a lot easier to achieve in this deck. But you want to make sure you have a way to protect him. You don't want to just play him on the board and then have him get removed immediately by your opponent. So definitely want to make sure he's safe when he gets played down. Alright, let's talk about the followers. So we run 3 of Treasure Seeker, 1-mana 2/1. When summons, it gets Waking Sands in your hand. Great early 1-drop for any Shurima deck. We'll definitely want to be playing this, so really good card here. We run 2 of Bomber Twins, so 2-mana 3/2. And then when it's summoned, you create a random landmark that costs 2 or less in hand. So very good for this deck, especially because we want to utilize those landmarks. So sometimes you can get a nice, useful landmark. Something like Preservarium or Ancient Preparation are really good landmarks you can get from the Bomber Twins. And then we run 3 of Rockhopper, so 2-mana 3/1, and then summons a Roiling Sand. So that's a great card for this deck because not only does it give vulnerable, but it also counts as a landmark being destroyed with those Roiling Sands once those are in play. So really, really good card here. We run 1 of Soothsayer, so 2-mana 1/4, and then when I'm summoned, grant allied champions and landmarks Spell Shield. So this can be really nice for keeping your Buried Sun Disc safe. And then also if you have like Azir or Xerath or both on board, they also get Spell Shield, so that's a great way to kind of protect them. And the 4 health is pretty nice on a 2-drop, so it can kind of take a hit, be a little bit of a chump blocker if you need it. Then we run 3 of Endless Devout. So this is a really, really strong card in this deck. So it's a 3 mana 3/3. It's got Last Breath, summon a Sarcophagus, and so that's a landmark with countdown 3 that summons a 5/3 with Fearsome. And so one of the good things about the Sarcophagus landmark is that if you destroy it, it immediately pops out the 5/3 with Fearsome. So you really want to get this Endless Devout into combat. He's kind of your just charges headlong into whatever enemy you have. He can block anybody really, because you get some benefit from him dying. And so really strong card. You want to get this guy as early as you can out onto the field. Then we run two of Merciless Hunter, so 3 mana 4/2 with Fearsome, and then grants an enemy vulnerable. So again, just another way for you to help control the board. We run 3 of Desert Naturalist, so 4 mana 2/4 with a great play effect that you can destroy a landmark, and if it's allied, you summon a Grumpy Rock Bear. So this is a really useful card. Oftentimes you've got like landmarks that you really don't need, or if you get the Endless Devout, the Sarcophagus on board, you can kind of break that immediately and summon both the 5/3 with Fearsome and also the Grumpy Rock Bear, since it's an allied landmark. So the Desert Naturalist is very flexible in how you play it and kind of what you use, but it's a great way to kind of get good board control early on. And keep in mind, you can destroy an enemy landmark as well. So if your opponent has like playing like Bandletree or something like that, you can use the Desert Naturalist to remove that. And then we play 2 of Golden Ambassador. So it's a 4 mana 3/2 with an Allegiance effect. So it draws a champion and grants it +2/+2. And because we run, of course, Mono Shruima runs only Shurima cards, we're guaranteed to hit this almost every time, unless your opponent puts something in your deck. That's the only way that could whiff. And so just a great way to get a bigger champion, and it also draws into it for you if you're kind of having a hard time drawing it. So good followers overall. And so we're kind of looking to, these are very cheap followers, and they each have a nice unique effect when they're played. So that's kind of the reason why you're able to kind of control the board pretty well in the early game against most of their decks. All right, let's talk about landmarks real quick. So first, we'll talk about Buried Sundisk. So one of the newer effects that they made a change to this is that at the start of the game, it gets summoned automatically if your deck is Mono Shruima, which ours is. So this comes down for free on turn 1, and it doesn't cost any mana for you. So it's a really nice, a really good quality of life change they made for this to get it on the board right away, to where you're not having to spend that 1 mana summoning on turn 1. And then it's got the countdown 25 to restore the Sundisk. The good news is when Ascendant Ally levels up, it advances at 10 rounds, and so typically Xerath's the first one to kind of level up, and then he'll advance it. And then, once you have the other Ascended unit level up, this is pretty much guaranteed to be all the way advanced. And then once it is restored, of course, you level up both Xerath and Azir as well. So really no way for this to not level up unless, once the game goes long enough, unless you just, it gets destroyed. That's really the only way it kind of stops. So it's kind of an inevitable win condition for you. If the game goes long enough, this will flip, and then you've got really good champions that are really hard to kill, and they have great effects. So we also run 3 of Ancient Preparations, so 1 mana landmark with a Predict, and then after countdown 2 summons a 2 mana, or excuse me, a 2/2 Clockling. So great card for this deck, really cheap, and with a short countdown. So this again works with Xerath's level up. Then we also run 3 of Preservarium, so 2 mana landmark. When summoned, you draw 1, and then on countdown 2, you also after countdown 2, you also draw another card. So just more draw, and again flips Xerath's level condition as well. Spells we run in this, we've got 1 of Ancient Hourglass, so fast speed, so it obliterates an ally and summons a stasis statue in its place. So this is a really good way to protect your champions. The stasis statue has a countdown of 1, and then it resummons the exact copy of whatever you put in this. So a lot of times you'll put down like a Xerath, and then your opponent tries to remove it, uses the removal spells. You play Ancient Hourglass, it kind of nixes that. It only costs 2 mana. And then Ancient Hourglass also procs Xerath's ability that when an ally landmark is destroyed, deal 1 to the weakest enemy. So you can make plays with that as well. And so that's it kind of levels himself up as well using this technique on him. So just a good way to kind of keep things alive, especially your champions when you're after you've played them down. We also run 1 of Quicksand, so 3 mana burst speed spell, gives an enemy -4, -0, and disables its keywords this round. So just kind of a way to slow something big down, or create a favorable trade for you, or if they've got like elusive or something like that, or lifesteal that you want to get rid of. So good spell here. We won run of those. And then we run 3 of Rite of the Arcane. So what this is you get to either destroy an allied landmark or one of your mana gems to deal 4 to an enemy. So typically you're wanting to use this on, say, like a sarcophagus or one of your other landmarks to then deal damage to an enemy. And this is kind of your really good way to destroy landmarks, or just help control the board with that 4 damage to anything. It is a slow speed spell, so just keep that in mind as well. We run 2 of Unraveled Earth, so summon 2 Roiling Sands and then draw 1, so 3 mana burst speed spell. Pretty good spell for this deck. You get the 2 Roiling Sands, of course, on the board, but also get some extra draw in there with the draw 1. And then we also run 1 Rite of Negation, so just a deny spell, fast speed, just kind of a good way to play around some things that your opponent may have. So, all right. As far as mulligans go, you're really looking to get your followers going and your landmarks. Those are kind of what you want early game, especially things like Endless Devout, Rockhopper. You don't really need Azir early on. Xerath is okay, but you don't really want to keep him in your opening hand. You kind of want him for kind of more the mid game, and Azir's kind of more mid to late game as well. It's not. You don't really need your spells that early most of the time. Rite of the Arcane can be good if you've got like an Endless Devout in hand. And of course, Preservarium, Ancient Prep are great spells to keep as well. So you kind of want those great landmarks. So you want those early game, and then your 1s and 2s, and then your Endless Devouts as well are good for your early game. So that's kind of what you're looking for in the mulligan phase. All right, so that's going to do it for the overview. Let's go ahead and get into some games. Okay, against Narzigs. Okay, that's not bad for 1. Let's see if we can get some other. Okay, there's a 2-drop. Got our sun just down. Okay, go ahead and get our prep. I like getting a 1-drop. I think having a lot of these 1-drops will be important against this deck. Should be a pretty aggressive deck. Yeah. Okay. See if he opens or not. If not, we can get the Treasure Seeker down to block something. Okay. So we do have a blocker at least. Okay. Go ahead and get this down here. Do we want any of these? This is a decent blocker, I guess, but I think we want to skip all of this here. Okay. So we'll block the Saboteur. Okay. Guess let me go ahead and get the Rockhopper down. It's okay. Hockey stick, sure. Alright, I'll go ahead and attack in. Because this trade's fine if he wants to trade, which he doesn't. But we can unfortunately block that without our... So he does get in for 2. Unless he doesn't open again. Oh, nice, okay. I'll go ahead and do this here. I could actually go with this. Discourages his attack quite a bit. Nice, okay, so we can just do this now. Oh, not bad, okay. Alright, so he's definitely still attacking with everything. Oh, he decides not to attack. Interesting. Wow. Okay. That's really nice, actually. Don't really have a good time to get Xerath going. Let's go with, let's start with this, actually. We'll go with this. Yeah, let's go with this here. Okay. So if he plays either Gnar or Ziggs, maybe. We can try to get him with the Merciless Hunter. Okay, there's Ziggs, yeah. Alright. Okay, so we can pull this in, and then I think we're fine if we trade everything. Or are we? No, I don't think there's any reason to. Just in case he's got something else. Okay. Alright. Okay. He may have like fervor or something. Down to 9. Not amazing, but not horrible either. Okay. I definitely want to get Xerath down just because this is going to pop. We'll see what he's got here. Okay, Decimate, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Alright, looking pretty scary here. It'll depend on what he's got for his last couple cards, though. Okay. Start with the Devout. Very likely he's got enough burn in hand to do something here. Okay, so we definitely have to go for this. Depends on what he's got. This is the last card here, of course. Alright. Pull that in so the trade's better. Okay. Not sure what this card is that he's holding on to it, but okay. Scrappy Bomb, sure. Okay. Alright. Sure. So we can at least go for a kill here. Store that to just to do that. Should be fine. That'll kill both of these. And then we just have to hope he doesn't top deck something. But we've got a good open attack here. And in fact, actually, we're going to get everything. I don't think there's really anything you can do that will top deck lethal. But we do get to see the Shurima movie. Nice. Alright. Pretty cool. And of course we get the auto kill of Xerath. Nice. GG. Alright, up against Pantheon with Tarek and Yumi. Okay, that's fine on 1, 2. Toss back the Preservarium. Pretty good curve there. Alright, go ahead and get our Ancient Prep down. I like getting Xerath going. Could actually get the Naturalist, but I think Xerath will be good. Okay, we'll go ahead and do this. Interesting, Broadwind Purchase. Okay, cool. We get a trade. I'll definitely take that trade for sure. Okay. Yeah, let's get in our Endless Devout down, which can trade into whatever he summons next. If he doesn't summon anything, yeah, we'll just pass. It's totally fine with me. Okay, there's Tarek. So I think I'm fine with getting another one of these down. You can just use these as blockers. Okay, no blocks, sure. I think I might just attack in here, forcing the trade here. We could quicksand, but I don't think that matters. Don't think there's any reason to. Okay, interesting. He decides to sacrifice the Saga Seeker. Yeah, let's get Preservarium going here. Okay. See if he decides to use like a rally. Okay. So we can do that here. So we could just kill this with Rite of the Arcane onto that. Destroy that, deal 4 to that. And then yeah, he can attack in, but he doesn't get to play this supported. Yeah, nice. All right, we got him. GG. All right, up against Karma Action. Okay. I think we'll toss that back. The rest of it I think is fine. Pretty good curve here. Okay. Alright. Trader Seeker down. Go ahead and do Rock Hopper first and see what they play here.
Sun's beneath me and winds behind me.
Could end up passing here, but I think I'm fine with attacking in and getting 5 damage done. I think that's fine with me. Okay. We could have definitely taken the pass, but I think it's fine. Yeah, we'll definitely pass there. Get Endless Devout down. And we're looking pretty good. Okay.
You like it? I mean, shut up and fight.
I think we'll just open attack here. We'll do this here.
I go.
And I think we'll do this. See what they want to do here. You could have a way to protect the action. Or even make him trade. Okay, so he's got a way to protect it, sure. Okay. I'll go ahead and do Soothsayer here. Well, you know what? I don't really like any of these plays, honestly. I'm just going to pass. Could have done Unraveled Earth. Maybe that was the better play. I kind of want to play the Soothsayer once we get a champion down. Okay, there's Ancient Hourglass. Okay. I'll take this. Let's get the Unraveled Earth going. Okay. Okay. I think we're just chilling for now. Maybe we could play Merciless Hunter.
Finders keepers.
Okay, we'll keep passing then. Alright, there's Karma, nice.
Whatever the cost.
Yeah, let's go ahead and just play this down.
We love it when they run.
Just so we're being a little mana efficient here. Okay.
The body must thrive for the mind to be free.
Alright, interesting decision to do that now. Alright, another Waking Sands. Let's go ahead and do the Waking Sands here. See if we can get something going here. We do have Rite Negation if we need to. Yeah, unfortunately we just haven't really drawn much. We definitely need to get our champions at some point, especially Xerath. He's got 5 mana still. Let's see if he wants to protect these. He probably does. Deny? Okay. Deny's not even that amazing because we can just play down another Merciless Hunter. So I'm not even worried about that.
No. Gonna find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda? Wrap 'em up tight.
So Shapestone can't save either of them. Okay. Go ahead and get another Treasure Seeker down. Okay. Preservarium.
Good people don't look the other way.
Alright, there we go.
In and out.
Golden Ambassador. Sure. Take that.
Bask in the sunlight.
Okay. Not quite the one we wanted, but it's okay. So we're still a little ways off there. Xerath, we're 1 off, so this will level Xerath. Okay. Okay, so he's getting the leveled action. Makes sense. Okay. He doesn't have leveled Karma on board to double this up at least. Okay. Just got the Karma there. Sure. Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's just attack in. Not quite lethal, I don't think. Yeah, down to 4, but... Do have our negation at some point, will be good. We do gotta try to kill this Karma though, for sure. Okay.
Oh, come now.
Okay, nice. So we can definitely get a kill on Karma, which is nice.
Act with conviction.
Could put this in Ancient Hourglass. I don't think it's really necessary. I think we can just finally get the damage down on him. Okay. So let me go ahead and get Azir down.
Emperor, what do you have planned for our city?
More than any mortal domain has ever known.
So he could have Nopify. But we do have Rite Negation if he does that. So go ahead and destroy that. Go for that. You could, I guess, have a saving spell here too. The Twin Disciplines still saves him. Alright, nice. Okay, we can get Soothsayer down to protect these two. Everything having vulnerable is dying from the Spear of Fire.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
Our
Okay.
city is in your care, and you in ours.
Okay.
First relic.
Alright, so we're getting close to leveling them. Still got 2 more karmas. But we're getting close to our Shurima level up movie.
Villains beware.
I mean, he surely has a way. But I can always Ancient Hourglass this if I really need to. If it's gonna die. He couldn't also notify that. I'll just do this.
Not in my city.
Obviously he's gonna have something. We could have just taken the 3, I guess. But yeah. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and Bomber Twins here, see if we can find anything. Getting really close to leveling up. Okay, nice. Okay. Think this is fine here. Okay. So I think we can attack here. It's gonna low up to 4-8. Let's just do this here. Get some damage down on him. I even want to risk Azir. Maybe I don't even risk Azir. Just do this here.
The order is given. Tell the people what you have seen today.
Okay. Alright, very close to getting everything leveled up.
Stand down.
So there's Karma. Okay, so he's got the...
Peace begins within.
So he's probably got the Absolver combo, unfortunately, with Karma.
Whatever the cost.
If it's made of sand, I can light it.
Yeah, we just haven't drawn Xerath, unfortunately. He's kind of the one we need. Yeah, he kind of sucks, but and he's got his elusive unit too. That's a little too bad. I don't think we can win at this point. I think we kind of needed to get Xerath going. But he appears to be in our bottom portion of the deck. And we can stun, but I don't think it even matters. Yeah, he's just gonna have the Absolver. Because he's got guaranteed damage here. And then he's got just all this overwhelm damage. I think it's too much. And we just can't Rite negation anything, it's all burst speed. So I think we're dead. We'll definitely have to sacrifice Azir. If he gives us a chance to play something, we can get the minefield down, but I don't think he's going to. Oh yeah, he can just pull in everything that he wants to. So he can just pull in this. Alright, I'm just gonna surrender. No point in waiting this out. Yeah, we didn't get it going fast enough. Okay, up against Swain. So a lot of removal they'll have. They actually might have a way to kill our... Oh man. Kill our landmarks. That could be annoying to have to deal with. But Soothsayer is pretty nice. We can actually get that down pretty early to kind of protect our landmarks. Our Sun Disk at least. Okay. Start with the Bomber Twins. Don't think he'll do it too early. I think he'd wait if he's going to kill it. We'll see what he does here. Okay, Conjologist. I think we'll just sit back. I don't see any reason to attack.
Wondrous discoveries await below.
See what he plays here. If he taps out, we could get Azir down and then get a Soothsayer. Could also hold back Azir. Okay, we'll definitely do this here. And then I'll just pass here. If he wants to pass, I'm fine with that. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good there.
Would you look at this place?
Okay. Go ahead and do this, I think, as well. Because it will protect this pretty well. You'd have to use 2 spells on it now. 2 Scorched Earth, really, to kill that now. We can also just pull this in. It's a decent trade. Okay, Death's Hand, sure.
Oh dear! All are welcome.
Do have Ancient Hourglass, so we can protect any champion if we need to. Alright, Endless Devout's good. We can definitely trade that in with Swain for sure, yep. Okay. Guess I'll go ahead and do this too. Because why not? Be mana efficient here. We actually could... Oh no, wind's destroyed. I don't think that would work actually. I was gonna say we could kill this, hit that, but I don't think that's gonna work, unfortunately. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this guy here.
Gonna make a meal of 'em.
Stun Spider. Oh, he's going there. Interesting. Okay. Go ahead and get another Endless Devout going. Okay, so he's got two of those. Interesting. Well, we're still doing this for sure.
They should thank you.
I don't mind just killing this now before he can level it up. Okay, so eliminates this thing with the Rockfall Path. Getting closer to a Azir level up. There's Xerath, which is really nice. So we can pretty safely play Xerath now that we have Ancient Hourglass. I think I'll go ahead and... You know what? We should just pass. There's no reason to play him now. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and... If he shows a way to get lethal onto him, we definitely will do the Hourglass. Okay, so we'll do Hourglass there. And then he'll level up on the Hourglass flip. And it does kill this at the moment. Got that as well. To stop something from killing him. I think attacking with these is fine. Well, attacking with that maybe is fine. Or do we go ahead and get a Azir down? Let's get a Azir down.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
Gives us another little attacker. Okay, Leviathan, sure. Alright.
Arise.
Okay.
Stand down.
Alright. Okay. So this is going to be a little tricky here. We definitely want to somehow get... So we can get one more. If he attacks in... We've got the Endless Devout here. Okay, and that really sucks to have to do this, but I think we have to do this. I think we have to try to keep him alive. Okay. So he's probably going to get Swain down. Fortunately, Swain will flip. Okay. But then we will get the Shurima show.
By my hand will Noxus rise.
Okay. So the third one does... goes here. Alright. Okay, so we definitely need to attack in. This levels up everybody. Is there any reason to attack with Xerath? I don't think so. Alright.
People, what you have seen today.
Okay, this is actually pretty good. This, at least on that. Okay. Alright, and we can also do Rite of the Arcane on some of these things too. In fact, I think we gotta try to kill Swain here. So we got 12 mana, so I could do 7, I could do 3 of these. Hmm. Nexus, okay, let's start with this here. It's got barrier.
And the Emperor's will. Teach our enemies the power of Shurima.
Okay, nice. We got him. That's a pretty strong card, so that hits the... These are the big units. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So yeah, that's Mono Shruima with Azir and Xerath. Pretty strong deck overall. You know, it's got a pretty good curve going. You've got a lot of good early game, and then you're just looking to kind of swivel from your early game units and landmarks into Xerath and Azir. You know, obviously getting the Sun Disc leveled up is really good. You don't always need that though. Sometimes you're able to push a lot of damage early enough. But yeah, I think this overall is a pretty good deck. You know, Mono Shruima is not the strongest out there, but you know, if you play it pretty well, if you play it patiently, and you kind of take what your opponent's given you and kind of play around that, I think you can actually do pretty well with this deck. Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. Give the deck a shot and let me know how it goes for you. We'll see you next time.